So good morning, everyone. I'm here with Ben Evans from Ashfield District Council, where he's the Senior Web and Digital Developer. Ashfield District Council on the start of a digital evolution, a low-code journey using the Liberty Create platform. And Ben has kindly, from his experiences thus far, put together 5 top tips, which I'm going to list out one by one and ask Ben to elaborate on. So we'll start with no further ado, Ben. And the first one here is that wonderful word capacity. Elaborate.
Okay, so capacity for us was a team. Have a team. It doesn't have to be a big team. It doesn't have to be full of developers, but you do need a team to get you started. People who have some dedicated time to work on this project. And ideally, this team is made before you actually need them. They need to sort some stuff out before you start to build. They need to be able to get some standard ways of working, some definition of done, some BA work. So your team to start off with is the most important thing, was the most important thing for us at Ashfield.
Excellent. Thank you. So yeah, I guess summarising, make sure you have a team in place, well within, even well before procurement process, maybe, the germs of maybe the, where you're planning to get to. So that's great. And your second tip is the blueprint, the big picture. Tell us more about that.
Okay, so have a plan. Okay, have a plan and have everybody involved knowing what the plan is, the expectations, what the expectations are from the stakeholders, from the management, from the organization, from the residents. What is your plan? Having a plan gives you a direction to move forwards. It's important to have, releasing these features, making value for your residents, but you do need to have a direction to go in, a way to swim.
Excellent. I think what's the old adage? Fail to plan, plan to fail. Okay, well, let's look at point 3. And this is an interesting one. Responsive. If I've got one word, responsive. So tell me a little bit more about the responsive tip then.
So, and this is kind of when you're up and running, I guess, to a degree. And there, responsive means nothing stays the same. Your team, your plan needs to be a little bit responsive, acting as things come up, acting as things develop. The forms and features you've made, directions from your stakeholders, from the residents, public demand, even updates in software updates from Liberty Create. Nothing stays the same. You've got to be as fluid with your team as possible, because change is going to happen. It's the only certainty. Stuff changes. Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's good. Can we also, I guess, responsive in that context, also maybe agile? Be prepared to be able to flex. 2 words I keep hearing: flex and pivot. Seem to be. I thought they were ice skating terms, but they seem to be. Local authorities seem to be flexing and pivoting on a daily basis at the moment. So that's really interesting. Like you say, yeah, nothing stays the same. So yeah, I can see why responsive is in there. And number 4 is something that I've heard a lot, certainly from talking to a lot of authorities around sort of transformation, evolution, which is this wonderful word, communication. So what was the communication tip you have for us, Ben?
Okay, so communication for us was literally keeping all the team in the picture, especially in these times when people are working agilely, people are working at home, people are at different offices, different sites, and you aren't necessarily in all the same place where you can sit in a room and have a meeting. Communication is really important. Stay in regular contact with everyone involved. Everybody needs to be knowing what they are doing, but also they need to be knowing what you're doing. These things all complement each other when you're doing this kind of development and moving forwards. Communications is quite a big thing for us.
Excellent. And I guess, well, the final one You know, it's the title to a Beatles hit, which is Help. So go on, you're going to have to, yeah, definitely elaborate. You know, you've got Help there as your fifth and final tip.
That wasn't my cry for help.
Yes. Tell us more. Tell us more.
This was Help is available. With the Netcall stuff, with the Liberty Create, help is available in all different forms. There's the Netcall community, which is a great place to ask questions, to view the answers that have been provided by other people's questions. You can look what other people are doing, what other people are making, and it also gives you a lot of ideas on what is available, the app share, things pre-made for you to help you. You can get help from your Netcall project manager. Your Netcall project manager is there to support your journey. He's there to help, or she's there to help you reach your goals, hit your deadlines. They're there for you. They are to support you. And probably finally, for help, I would say other people in your position making their Netcall journey, starting out, other councils, create yourself a little network, sharing ideas, putting stuff forward to not only to each other, but also to the Netcall team. You know, a few of you want something devising, you can put this thing forwards and the Netcall team might actually go ahead and make it, put it on the app share, everybody can share it. It's like a win-win. So help is there if you need it.
Brilliant, excellent. So I'll just recap on those 5. First of all, we had capacity, getting a team together. Then we had the blueprint, the plan, the map. Although I think we sort of talked prior to sort of engaging, and obviously, you know, that sort of destination is always going to be getting further and further as your sort of digital evolution gets greater and greater. But to have at least something that everyone can stick to and knows which way they're going is great. Being responsive, understanding nothing stays the same, and there always change is going to be there. But the platform and obviously the team working in an agile way. Communication, you know, things break down. It's why all sorts of things happen, usually bad things. So yeah, keeping everyone in the loop and keeping everyone on the same page. And then, as you brilliantly identified, help seems to be available internally. Liberty Netcall have got their wonderful community. They've got their app share. They've got obviously connections you can make with other customers. But I guess the final thing I wanted to ask you is just, you know, we talked about the fact that obviously as a district council, you've brought the platform in, and obviously you've been looking at waste and recycling. But you've informed me that obviously you are going to be implementing it as a sort of local government as a platform strategy, and you've likened it to a box of Lego. So can you just, as a sort of final word, just tell us a little bit more about why you see it as like a box of Lego?
Okay, it was just a strange analogy, amusing, that I was having when I was asked to explain our experience. And buying Liberty Create for us was very much like buying a box of Lego. To start off with, everybody was staring at the box, asking when it's going to be made. When's it going to become this rocket that you've promised us, that, you know, that's going to take us to the stars with all our wishes and dreams for our digital journey. When's it going to be this? And I think the realization had come a little bit further down the line, where somebody needs to design this rocket in order for us to build it. Somebody needs to build the rocket. It's everything falls down to having the people and the knowledge, the starting off direction in order to move forwards. If your rocket needs changing, you know, mid-design, that's cool. We can do that. We've got the builders, we've got the developers. If plans change, that's great. You've got the business analysis guys. You've got, you know, the people moving forwards. You need these components in there. And once you actually start putting it together, it does start falling in quite quickly and create a smooth journey. As long as you've got a good set of people in there and a plan, your rocket will fly.
Excellent. Great analogy. And thank you very much indeed for taking the time to share your 5 top tips, Ben. Very much appreciated. Thanks very much. Cheers.